Hello and welcome. It's funny when you think about it. So much of our lives is about getting other people to do things for us. From fixing our car to delivering our dinner, we're always arranging for services. So today, we're going to dive into the grammar that makes talking about all this stuff way, way easier.
So let me just ask you this simple question. Who cuts your hair? Really think about it. Do you do it yourself? Yeah, probably not. Most of us go to a barber or a hairdresser, right? We arrange for someone else to do it. And that tiny little difference is exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this slide right here, this is the whole idea in a nutshell. On the left, I cut my hair. That means you, with the scissors in your hand, are actually doing the cutting. But on the right, I have my hair cut. Well, that means you went to a salon, sat in a chair, and paid a professional to do it for you. It's the same result, but the meaning is totally different. That, my friends, is the power of the causative. So, let's give this idea a proper name. It's called the causative form, and it's all about causing something to happen, or, more simply, arranging for a service instead of doing it yourself. You could almost call it the grammar of delegation.
What this really boils down to is, we use the causative when we organize a service. The main point, the focus, is on the result, the action that got done for us. We're not so worried about who did it. You're just describing the outcome that you arranged. Simple as that.
All right, let's kick things off with the most common, the most standard way to do this, using the verb have. And we're going to follow our friend Alex here as he gets a few things taken care of.
And, the best part about this is how simple the formula is. Seriously, it's just the verb have plus the object, the thing getting the service, and then the past participle of the action verb. Let's see it in action. Okay, check out these examples. Alex had his house painted. He's not the one with the paintbrush, right? He is having his car repaired. He's not the mechanic under the hood. And notice how the tense have can change. We can go from past to present continuous to the future. But that object plus past participle part, it stays exactly the same. It's so incredibly useful.
Now, have is fantastic, but we have another awesome tool, especially in everyday conversation, and that's the verb get. It's a bit more informal, and, well, it often has this subtle extra layer of meaning to it.
So the formula, it looks identical, doesn't it? Get plus object plus past participle. Grammatically, it works the same way, but the feeling behind it can be a little different. Using get often hints that you had to put in some effort or, overcome a little bit of a challenge to make it happen.
Just listen to the nuance here. Alex finally got his passport renewed. Oh man, you can almost hear the long lines and the paperwork in that sentence, can't you? We got our TV fixed after a week. It implies some waiting, maybe a few annoying phone calls. Get just adds that little touch of effort and success.
Okay, but hang on. What if you actually want to say who did the action? Mention the person, the agent. Well, when we do that, the structure changes a little bit. And this is where the difference between have and get becomes crystal clear. Okay, you're going to want to pay close attention here, because this is a small but super important difference. With have, it's easy. Have plus the agent plus the base verb. So Alex had the mechanic fix his car. See that? No to. But with get, you need the to. It's get plus the agent plus to plus the base verb. He got his friend to help him. Now, this isn't just some random grammar rule. It actually changes the meaning. And this example right here really drives that point home. When you say you got someone to do something, it implies you persuaded them, you convinced them. It wasn't just a simple instruction. You had to ask, maybe you had to talk them into it a little bit. It's basically the grammar of influence.
Whew. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's just put this all together in one super clear, simple summary. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet for using have and get.
And here it is, the 4 key structures all laid out. When you're not mentioning who did it, have and get are really similar, just with get being more informal. But when you do mention the agent, remember that key difference. Have is neutral and just uses the base verb, while get implies persuasion and always needs that little word to. So, now that you've got all the tools, think about your own week. Is there a package you need to have delivered? Maybe a leaky faucet you need to get fixed. Or, hey, maybe there's a friend you need to get to help you move some furniture. The language is all yours now. Go on, try it out.